Hey guys, what is happening? I just couldn't resist giving you another video. I had a thought and I thought it would make a good video to do. And it's kind of an interesting topic. So we're going to sit down now and have a chat. So stay in. Okay, guys. And excuse the crappy chair. We live a minimalistic lifestyle, to say the least. Couldn't care less about materialistic stuff or anything like that. So, so guys, the thing I wanted to talk about was, could anybody get a job in Canada? The answer to that is definitely yes. Without beating around the bush, anybody could get a job in Canada. It's really just pride and a whole host of other things that would stop you getting a job in Canada. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, take for example, there are places in Canada that are always hiring jobs. And they're places like Walmart, McDonald's, Wendy's, A&W. Those type of places are always hiring staff. So you can very easily get a job at any of those places, and they pay minimum wage. But if you look at different provinces, the minimum wage is not actually that bad. It's not anything like it is in the US, and anybody can go and get those jobs. Now, it's sort of sad in a way, because when you go to Walmart, McDonald's, and all these type of places, the people that are working there are predominantly immigrants. And the reason that is because Canadians have too much pride to work at Walmart or McDonald's or places like that. Now, I'm generalizing, guys, so take that with a pinch of salt. I know a lot of people will be like, what the hell? I would work at McDonald's if worse comes to worse. And I get it, but most people will not. So just because you would, that's not most people. I mean, just go to McDonald's or Walmart or KFC or wherever and look around, and it's very rarely Canadians doing that job. I mean, sometimes it's kids like teenagers who are just trying to make a wage whilst they're at school and stuff like that. And then it's more kind of a mix. But most of the time, it's immigrants doing those jobs. And you know what? Like, those jobs throughout this pandemic, they've always had to be working, these people who worked in these stores. So, you have to give them a sense of appreciation. I really do appreciate the people in those stores. The way people talk to them sometimes is just so, like, dishonorable. It's just horrific. Like, how can you go and shout at somebody at McDonald's or Walmart who's getting paid minimum wage, who does the job with a smile most of the time, and you would never work in that job yourself, is just kind of so bad. But I always kind of smile and try and chat to them as much as I can, and just make sure that they know that I appreciate what they're doing, because a lot of these people are immigrants. They do it with a smile and they're just happy to have a job. Like, that's just their expectation, is just having a job, and they're just happy to have a job. And most of those immigrants, guys, are way happier than most Canadians. And that's the funny fact, is a lot of people come here and they think they want this lifestyle of riches and glamour and everything like that they see on Hollywood movies, like America and Canada are portrayed. But the reality is very different to that. And you know what? Like, even if you have a lot of money or a lot of wealth or whatever you have, you need to know how to manage your emotions, because that is the most important thing in life. And, I just wanted to say that because anybody who comes to this country can get a job. There are so many jobs out there which Canadians just will not do. I mean, there's cleaners and the list goes on, right? And yes, they are going to pay low, but you're going to get on that job ladder. And I can tell you, you can move up pretty quickly if you don't settle. If you're the type of person that doesn't settle, and you get a job and then you're looking for the next job, you want to move up and move up, that is great. When I own my business and I start to employ people, somebody, like, if two people came to me, right, and one of them had a background of working at McDonald's and Walmart. Like they worked at Walmart, let's say 7 years. That tells me that that person is a hard worker, because Walmart cracks the whip and they'll fire you if you're no good, because there's always people wanting to do the job, and that's part of the reason they're always hiring. So that actually means more than just doing like some desk job for 7 or 8 years, even if you got paid double, triple the salary. And that's just worth as an individual. And that's where a lot of Canadian companies go completely wrong, because a lot of people who own businesses here, they have prejudice against immigrants. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, but a lot of Canadians think that British people, just because of the way they speak, the way it's been portrayed on TV and such, that we are really great people. Like, it's probably, as sad as it is, it's easier to get a job being white and British than if you were from the Philippines, let's say, trying to get that same job in the office. And the world shouldn't really be like that. There shouldn't be all these racial and cultural stereotypes, but they're always going to be there. But use them to your advantage. Like, if you're going to a job interview and you've worked at Walmart or McDonald's or whatever, that is great experience. That is experience you want to be proud of, because you can go into the interview and say, hey, look, I worked at McDonald's, I worked at Walmart. Do you have any idea what it's like to work at Walmart? How under pressure, like, I can do anything. And it's so true, because yeah, you could teach somebody how to do the job in McDonald's in like 20, 30 minutes, and they do that. But the difference is it's the pressure that you're under, the amount of time that you have to work, and the pressure and how fast paced everything is really something else. And I know because I worked at McDonald's. I didn't last there long because I got another job in retail, but I've worked in retail, like where you're getting paid minimum wage, and you're trying to do all these different things. But I find it kind of funny, guys, because some of the best team collaboration and stuff like that was when I worked in retail. Like, you meet the most amazing people. And that's the funny thing, is like, if you see someone working at Walmart, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are people who work at these places who are a liability and they're no good. And they're just doing it because they have to. Well, I say that, but 100% of everyone is working because they have to. Like, if we didn't have to, we wouldn't work, but we do it for the money. But most of these people do it with a smile. They're so upbeat. There's a girl at a local bakery that I go to all the time, and I made a fuss of this girl because she just goes above and beyond, and she's probably getting paid minimum wage and all the rest of the stuff, and she just has this joy of energy and life about her. And I was just thinking, and that's what got me thinking about all this thing when I'm analyzing people, because when you're learning psychology, you tend to analyze people more and their behaviors and what makes them tick and everything like that. I was analyzing her, and I thought, this is a great individual, great character. If I had a business, I would like be offering her a job. And I have a friend who's very successful, and he's a great guy. I love speaking to him. And he's very much built a huge network, or global network. This guy knows everybody because he appreciates everybody. And if he finds somebody that he likes, somebody that he knows is a hard worker, he will be calling them back later down the road, even if it's just an acquaintance, saying, hey, do you want to come work for me? And the guy, I love that. I love that. That's the sort of inspiring way that you want to live, because a lot of people, business owners I'm talking about, they'll post an ad on Indeed, they wait for the applications to roll in, they whittle down the applications. If you're a good business owner, you'll have a strong network of acquaintances and people that that you can select from for the positions that you want. And that is being a true leader, not just posting a job on Indeed, waiting for the applications, like whittling them down and all the rest of it, and all the waste of time that comes with. Go out, meet people. That's where you meet the true people. Because in a job interview, it's all fake, it's all bullshit. So, I mean, how you can base whether you're going to employ somebody or not on a job interview is beyond me, because they're it's all bullshit. I don't know where this conversation went really, guys, but you know what? I thought it was a worthwhile conversation to have, because a lot of people will be thinking, shit, if I move to Canada, will I get a job? Yes, you freaking will get a job. Anybody can get a job. Like I said, even though unemployment is high, some Canadians will happily lose their house rather than, go work at Walmart, work overtime, just really fight for their life, fight for their home. They say they do it, but they don't. And it's not just Canadians, the same thing goes in the UK. The same thing goes in the United States too. It's a Western cultural thing. And I think a lot of you guys who are watching my videos and you're in places that are developing countries, it's great for you to hear this. But you know what, guys? This was a fun video and it was a fun topic to talk about. And I love this because, it's unscripted. We're just having a chat. I know that you guys will comment. I reply to you, and I reply to as many comments as I can. And I love this forum, and I love you guys. And thank you for being part of this community. Leave a comment below whether you think it's a good idea. I was thinking about starting like a chat, getting a chat going for free, obviously, which we could all join together so that people can ask questions and kind of speak to each other. You guys can connect with each other as well, because a lot of you guys have got similar things as well, and I can kind of answer questions, and it would just be a great experience. So if you want that, let me know in the comments. Anything you want to see in future videos, let me know in the comments. If you're not part of this community, hit that red button if you want to be. But I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Peace and love as always. Bye now.